This is the South Lake Trail at the Salt Lake Wildlife Management area, and it's a trail that goes to a lake. And the interesting thing about the lake is that it used to be part of the ocean, and the salt deposits there are so thick that the salinity is 1/3 that of the ocean to this day. And it's very interesting because there's lots of wildlife and plants that grow here that wouldn't grow anywhere else. And that's true of all the lakes in this area. So we're going to take a look and see what type of habitats we can find. Okay, and as we start off the trail, we have a grove of slash pine. There's a oak tree here to my right. So it looks like the only one, or one of two in the area. So a little oak tree here, and a lot of saw palmetto. And we're heading onto the trail, and it looks like this slash pine is only here at the beginning of the trail. When I look up ahead, I don't see anything else, any other trees. It looks like a really nice scrub environment, which would be perfect for the Florida scrub jays, and I'm really hoping that I see some of those. And a bunch of cones here. It's a pretty nice size cones from these slash pines. I'm seeing a lot of this shrub, and I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I should look it up and find out. But it's very dense here in this part of the trail. Still early on, and you can still see some slash pines from this initial grove here at the beginning of the trail. Okay, and right here we are entering an oak grove. So it should get a little shady. Really nice Spanish moss draping this whole section of the trail. Which is very beautiful whenever you're in the deep south. A little tight squeeze in here for me. You can definitely feel it get cooler once you get under this canopy. And interesting red type of fungus growing on many of the trees here. And it looks like this could be the other side of this oak grove. Or at least just a little bit of a clearing. Back in we go. Nice area of Spanish moss again. And over here, you can see some of this moss. It's not as lush as the moss that you see up north, but there's a lot more of it on this part of the trail. And we're starting to see some ferns too. This is seems to be a little bit wetter part of the trail. And we have arrived at South Lake. We're gonna take a walk onto this little pier. It's very marshy. Fascinating how very unique habitats grow here and live here because of the salinity. Again, the water is 1/3 as salty as the ocean. So there's plants and animals, and here is a tiny gator right here. Okay, he just disappeared. There's a tiny one. It was less than 2 feet tall. Yeah, he's popped up again. And of course there are lots of gators in these lakes. Very peaceful out here. On the opposite side of the lake actually is the city of Titusville. And now we're going to take the return loop back to the trailhead. And this is a pretty amazing entrance here with the live oaks and the Spanish moss. Really beautiful. Okay, and on the right, we have a magnolia tree. You can see that the blossoms are almost ready to come out. So far, this part of the return trail has been also heavy with oak, though it looks like this is a clearing right here. And I believe we are out of the oak hammock and heading uphill. I see some slash pine up ahead. And that looks like the habitat that we're going to be seeing from here. And out in the sunlight, amidst the scrub and the pine, scattered pines, you can see a grove over here to my right. Very sandy trail right here. And of course, this used to be the bottom of the ocean and possibly sand dunes around this area. On this last leg of the trail, we are about to re-enter the slash pine grove, or enter it. I was able to see this one at the start, but we're going to make our return through it. And we're at the very end of the trail, at the edge of the pine grove.